Hey, and welcome to another episode. My name is Dave Strode, the Aussie Geek, and today we will be looking at the MP29 Destron Laserwave, aka Masterpiece Shockwave. And I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera. If he looks really blue, he really isn't. He's like a really sort of light lilac. Yes, Shockwave should be a little bit darker, but this was before I even knew what Masterpiece figures were, or third-party Masterpieces, I should say. So here he is in his gun mode. We have this little stand which has uses later. And here's a nice looking gun. No, I'm not transforming my Megatron to compare. That would just be a nightmare, and I don't feel like breaking anything else off. But it is a rather nice looking gun. It does hold fairly well in the hand. Move the camera up a little bit, probably see better. By the way, if you hear me sniffling, it's just my hay fever. This just plugs in. It does come separate. I keep forgetting doing the wrong one. There we go. So it just plugs in, but for some reason that one's in like way secure. There is stickers. There's one there. I think the other one's on the inside somewhere. There we go. There's two on there, and one here. But that comes with accessories, which we'll go into later. Have a nice sight. You do have gaps back here and back here, which doesn't bother me all that much. If you really want to get rid of this gap, you can always fold the feet up. Gives it a weird grip, but it is there. And unlike Megatron, there's no orange bit to cover that over. Now, we do have a couple of things in this. You can pull the trigger, and I believe this has got AAAs in it. Keep it focused. You can pull the trigger, which providing it doesn't curl up. Get down there. And you can have single flashes, or you can come over this side and there's a switch. Flip that down, and once again, if you haven't got accidentally flipped the switch up, you can push it and it strobes. So there we go, and it's quite nice. So we will get down to first comparisons. Here he is, of course, with Windblade. He is obviously longer than Windblade is, taller than she is, but due to her wingspan, she is wider. Now we'll get down to accessories afterwards, but let's get down to transformation. We'll move the camera up a little bit, and we'll start from the back and go our way forward. I'll try to keep this centered. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this up, flip this down, and just push that against the back. Keep it focused as well. You're going to pull these out like so. You're going to come under here and just sort of untab. There's a tab here, and then you can separate the legs like so. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come into one of the legs. You're going to fold this piece out and fold this down, and there's a hole here and a tab here, and just try to line those up. Come on, down there. Sometimes it can be a little bit fiddly, just getting those. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold down this, which I should have done already, which basically keeps the foot and the calf in place. We're just going to extend that. We're going to spread this out, and what we're going to do is fold this inwards. So this tab will go in here. We'll just straighten the leg up a little bit and just sort of finagle that into the side of the leg, and voila, we have one leg all done. Back once I got the second one done. There we go, we have two legs, and we can just rotate them around so they're the right way around. We can send him up a bit, and now he just looks really bizarre. I will admit the feet, I don't know what it is about Megatron and Shockwave, but the feet are always iffy on me. Alright, so what we're going to do next, and we might need to tilt the camera up a bit because he is a little bit tall. So excuse me if this is like really weird angled. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to unfold these out and try to fold them up. Mine sometimes don't want to do it, just sort of clearance issues. Then what we can do is we can pull out the arms. Come on. Just fold that out a bit and fold them down. And now we have a T-posing Shockwave. But what we can do then is we can just pull this down to the back and fold this up for the time being. We'll get into a bit more detail about that in a minute. And then we can fold the arms up like so and get those shoulders in the right way. And now one of the most annoying and pain in the butt things of this figure is getting his head out. So it's a matter of just getting your nails in where you need. Now I promise you this is more than likely going to pop off. So I've yet to, I think that's just the plastic, because there's no way to really push up underneath to sort of keep it from, there we go. And that just snaps into place. And then we can put the head back on, like so. And there we have Shockwave almost done. What we can do is we can come under here and push the trigger up. Now if that gets stuck, either push this up further or you're just going to have to force it out. And that falls down and he has his belly. Now we could say we're done and dusted. Oh, gee knows. But we're not quite. We have the stand. Now what you want to do, as you can see all this gun back here. If you like it that way, fine, leave it. But what you can do is you can untab this. Actually, we'll bring the camera down a little bit so you can hopefully see. And what's going to happen is this piece here is going to go in here, like so. And then that'll flip around and you sort of slide it up, and then the iron sight will just go through the plastic piece back here. That'll all tab back in again, and voila, Shockwave has his backpack reasonably backpacked. So honestly, that does look a lot better. Whoop, come on, don't go all unstable on me. Most of the time it seems like you need to push his knees all the way in to get him to stand properly. But there we have MP29. And as I said, we have the stickers that come with its own and whatnot. So yeah, so he does look really nice. He has most, if not all, the articulation. His head can do a full 360. It can look up that far. It can look down that far. You can even do a sort of head tilt if you really want to. The ears don't move. The arms do a full 360, but of course, because of this wire, that's just basically, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm trying to think of the word of the toy, but I can't think of it. Can do a full 360. It can go out that far if you don't engage the transformation, but then you start getting up to there. He has bicep rotation. He has a single jointed elbow that gets you that far on both sides, or for whatever reason, you can get it to go back. He has bicep wrist rotation. He has a ball jointed wrist, so it can do all wiggle waggle stuff. The thumb is not on a hinge or anything. The fingers are on tight rider fingers, and it is just one pin knuckle. Of course, the blaster has no turning whatsoever. As for the legs, you can pull out this flap and this flap. Legs will go forward that far. Will go back that far before it gets to the back end. It can go out that far. We have hip rotation. We have single jointed knee that'll get you that far. We have ankle tilt that'll get you that far. If you use transformation joint, your foot can go down here or go all the way up there. So there we go. And just keep them all nice and situated. And we'll get down to the other features. Now, I don't recall any of my other figures doing this, but he has light piping. I'll try to turn the light that's not in the strobe. So his head does have light piping, despite the fact he has batteries, which seems really bizarre to me. So it is what it is. Of course, you can hit this button on the side, and now his laser arm will pulsate. like so. And speaking of pulsating, let's get down to the additional accessories. Apart from card, instructions and stickers, he comes with see-through laser, see-through hand, see-through saluting hand, saluting hand and solid right hand. So if you really want, you can take off the hand, the laser, and just pulls off like so. And you can put any of these hands on, and what we'll do is we'll put the laser on. You can obviously, like I said, give him two hands. Not that you can really see that. You can give him two hands, but Shockwave with two hands just doesn't feel right. It's like Megatron without a gun. So here we have, with his other hand, of course you can hit the button and that shows up even better. So there we go. And the batteries packs are different. These are LR44s if I remember correctly, and they just unscrew here and plug into here. So there we go. So let's get down to final size comparison. And there he is with MP36 Megatron. And one accessory I forgot to mention, he does come with a gun of himself. I don't know if other figures can hold it. I have only really tried it with Megatron and himself, and I know Megatron has a lot of trouble holding him. So there we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you will not hurt my feelings. If you wish, you can always subscribe. Maybe even ring that bell if you do, so you know you get my posts. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.